Pleasure speaking with you, my friend, especially because what's behind you and what's behind me. Um, there was a big grand opening that I could not make, but what I saw and heard, jam-packed, prestigious, everybody was thrilled. We've got a new hotspot in Toronto, my friend. What is it called, and what is the mandate, yum yum, behind it?
100%. Yeah, our newest restaurant in the Liberty Entertainment Group is it's called Blue Bovine Steak and Sushi House, and we're located in the northeast section of Union Station, like right in the heart of it. At Bay in front, you can walk right into, right in off the street. We get, it's meant to be this beautiful kind of rustic steakhouse meets Japanese chic sushi bar. So we have an amazing team here, and so far, it's been really, really successful. That the opening party was, sorry you couldn't make it. We would have loved to have you, but it was a great, gathering of Toronto's elite movers and shakers, and we have some unique partners here to join our president and CEO Nick DiDonato. We also have, a financial and business icon Kevin O'Leary, to help us tap into that Bay Street market, and he had quite a who's who of invitees, as well as in Toronto, the Toronto Maple Leafs are held in high esteem, and we have one of their all-star players, Mitch Marner, is also a partner with us. So getting all of these people mixed together has really led to a unique atmosphere here. And the party was a good way to start it, but now it's just we're busy at night. Where like people come before the game, people come for a great steak dinner, enjoy some sushi, and then afterwards, like we keep it going. We move into some nightlife, and people that want to go out for a nice drink or bite to eat after the games, after concerts and all that. We're right here for it. So it's been amazing, and we look forward to seeing how busy it can become.
Let's talk about the concept and what happens when we walk in, because that's what a little bit of my background is all about. What happens? We walk in, what do we see, and how does it work menu wise? You talked about two sort of different worlds coming together, but let's talk about what the mesh is, because I've seen some of the foods, and like I said, looks delicious.
Yeah. So when you walk in, the first big section of the restaurant is like a bar and lounge vibe with some elevated booths, and like there's a little bit of seating for somebody that just wants a bite to eat quick, or somebody wants to stop in a happy hour for drinks. But we have this beautiful, really long 16-seater bar that's with that really elevated cocktail program as well. And what's behind me is obviously a $3,500 bottle cellar. So we are wine first, so like that's definitely the atmosphere in the lounge. But in the center of it is something very unique. We have a really authentic omakase sushi bar, where our sushi master Yi Juna can also guide our guests through a whole customized culinary experience based on the best seafood available in the world at the time. So it's he's definitely a master of his craft, and an excellent accompaniment for Chef Sean Blumley, who's our executive chef, who at the second half of the restaurant, you can see we have a meat dry aging locker, like with like floor to ceiling pink Himalayan salt rocks to dry off, porterhouses and tomahawks and all kinds of really rare cuts of steak with our Kobe beef statutes. We're one of the few restaurants that's actually certified to serve authentic Japanese Kobe beef. And in the second half of the restaurant, we have just these big, large, luxurious booths for 6 to 8 people, where they can have a more refined and intimate dining experience. So like a little mix of both with the bar and lounge and those the premium dining room seating, because it is a fine dining restaurant in its bones. And we've also got a private dining room for up to 14 guests. So and that's sort of right in the center. So if people want to have a bit more of a private dining experience or some meetings or anything like that, we've had a lot of VIPs and even hockey players from the Leafs that and Mitch Marner's helped us get. So they have somewhere private to dine and enjoy after the game too, which has been nice.
Now, of course, you were there for that great opening. Was there one particular item that you were just like, "Oh man, this is so good"?
Yeah, for sure. Like what it was sort of the grand unveiling of Yichuna's sushi program. And you don't understand, like I personally didn't understand how much emphasis was put on the freshest ingredients possible. And we're seeing these giant deliveries come directly from Japan, and you see him preparing these, just something simple like nigiri done properly with tuna belly topped with like just a dot, like just a little bit of caviar and everything. Like, but these canapes, they look unassuming, and then you have them like it was turning heads everywhere because it was just everybody is starting to enjoy sushi in Toronto. Like a lot of big Michelin star restaurants are serving sushi now, and there's Japanese dining is on trend for sure in the city. So everyone's familiar enough, and it was you just seeing people's eyes open up after they had like a piece of the freshest nigiri that they've had from not just tuna, but like tuna belly. It was like a premium cut from a premium fish done by this just a sushi master with over 30 years of experience. It's something to behold for sure. That was the head turner for me, I think.
And do you think this is the new hotspot? I mean, it's inviting for everyone, but we are talking about Toronto. You mentioned about the Toronto Maple Leafs. We're heading into the Blue Jays baseball season. We're also talking about big concerts that happen throughout the year. We also talk about the Toronto International Film Festival. There are so many things. Do you feel like this is now the new hotspot where if you don't think you can line up somewhere to see some of these great folks, you might actually be sitting there dining and you turn around and you're going, look who's sitting over there.
It's definitely turning into that because of where we are, like literally right in the heart of it. You don't even have to go outside to go from Blue Bovine Steak and Sushi House to Gate One at the Scotiabank Arena, right? We're like really just on top of the concourse. So people that take transit or get dropped off on an Uber outside, that's fine. But if you take a train or TTC, like you don't even have to bring a jacket if you leave your condo for most of the city, and you can go and experience this great night out and go to the show in one place. And because of our menu structure, we have, we can stretch out your evening if just going for a beautiful steak and sushi dinner is your objective. We have you covered in spades. But if you also want a little bit of an accelerated dining experience, so you can get out to the game. We have a menu designed for that as well. And afterwards, people don't usually want to go. If you watch, the Leafs, people love the Leafs and the Jays and the Raptors from this city. Or if you go and see an exciting concert, like you don't want to just leave and then it's 10 o'clock. And what do you do? We don't want people to just have to go home because there's nothing else going on. So we actually switch into a bit of nightlife we offer here as well, which is really going to help us keep it going and stay as one of the hot spots down here. So we have a DJ comes into the lounge, and bottle service is then available, or people can just continue to go in and have some post game bites and great wine, great cocktails, or whatever they need afterwards. So I think the adjustment from the pregame thing to a nice dinner out to then switching to a bit of nightlife later into the evening, it's sort of got something for everybody. So I'm pretty sure we'll stay one of those spots everyone's talking about down here for sure.
Okay, so when is it open? Like during the week, what days it's open? And also important for reservations, how do we do all that too?
Absolutely. So we're open every day of the week for lunch and dinner. We open at 11 in the morning and we close at 2 a.m. We're open because the city never stops. Scotia Arena's always got events. There's always conferences. There's always concerts, comedy shows. Like the sports never stop. So this restaurant's never going to stop. We're always going to be open. We're definitely available for reservations. We book everything through Open Table. That's the best way to reach us for sure. And the whole reservation system is pretty easy. And that's so far the demand has been fairly strong. So we're trying to ease our way into it. But yeah, it's definitely it's hard to miss us. Right, we're open as long as everybody else, if not more. So we can't wait to host more people.
Cannot wait to finally get there myself too. James, thank you so much for this interview. Congratulations. Another great hotspot here in Toronto. Sounds like it's going to be one of the elite hotspots. So cannot wait to try out the meal, the atmosphere, and everything else. Talk about 2024 being a great year, and you guys are going to be a big part of that. Thanks again for the interview.
Fingers crossed. It's been an absolute pleasure to speak with you. Hope you have a fantastic day, Rudy.